This is an instructional video about tying a bow tie. Now, there are hundreds, maybe even thousands of videos on the internet about how to tie a bow tie, diagrams, and all sorts of bills and whistles. This video is different in that I am not going to tie this tie 100 times until I do it perfectly and then edit and put that one up there. I'm going to tie this tie just like I was getting ready to go out, so you can see how things can go wrong, how you correct them. It's an honest how to tie a bow tie video. It's also different in that it is a part of a school project, and because my twin, she's not really my twin, but we have the same birthday and we've known each other since like first grade. Her son needs to tie a bow tie for some event. So that's what we're going to do without much ado. Here we go. So the first thing you do is flip the collar. Um, the bow tie I'm using is an adjustable bow tie, so you can change the neck based on your neck size. Obviously, this one is for my size. It's also two-sided, which, believe it or not, does help, but it doesn't have to be two-sided. So what we're going to do is, first we're going to place the tie. What you want to do is you want to have one side or the other slightly longer. I'm sitting, so I'm going to have to, see what I'm saying? Not dramatically, not even, although I've seen people do it this way. I'm not that good. So just one side slightly longer than the other. I'm going to go with my right side, and that's about right here. As you can see, it's about maybe an inch. Okay? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the tie and, did I do that wrong? I might have just did that wrong. See why I wanted to do the video this way? Because this might happen to you. I actually want this side to be longer. Okay, so we're going to take the tie. And the first thing we're going to do is just cross one over the other and pull it under. And we're pulling the longer side over so that the shorter, so now there's a lot of tie up here. That's going to go out of the way, so we don't need that right now. And then there's the rest of the tie, okay? And so right now, all you have is a knot. Believe it or not, tying a bow tie is actually a lot like tying your shoes, but since a lot of people can't do that either, I guess this is an important video. So anyway, you've done that. So the first thing we're going to do is create the bow. And bam, hence the word bow tie, okay? Now, the next thing we want to do is we want to come over the top with this part, okay? So see what I've done? All I did is I started out with two even sides, pulled this up, threw it out my way, bent this over, and made a bow. Now we're going to bring this part back over, like so, and we're going to take this part. Now, notice this is just one flap. This flap, you can put your finger in. That's important when we get to the next step. So we're going to take this and we're going to just fold it in. But it's basically, this isn't important to the tie. We're getting this out of the way. And then we're going to take this one and fold it. And it's just to move it out of the way. And as a matter of fact, it doesn't, since it doesn't matter, you could actually fold the part that your finger goes in over the way, then this side doesn't make a difference one way or the other. But we need to move this out of the way for the next step. The next thing we're going to do, and this is key, remembering this is the side with the finger. We want a side with a finger on the other side, over here. So we're going to take this tie and we're going to create another side with a finger. But there's something I want to show you first. What we've done so far, I'm going to turn to the side. There is a hole. Oh, no, there isn't. All right, I screwed that up. All right, let's go back. So, where was I? So I had done this part. Let's start over. I'm used to doing it. Actually, I don't know why I feel that this is any different than when I do it in the bathroom. But when I do it in the bathroom, do I make that the long side? I can't remember. No, I never do that. I wouldn't do that because I always would throw the long one over that side. All right, so we go back there. Remember, just a slightly one side longer. The longer side is what we want to put out. So we're going to, there, that's what I did wrong. Okay, so we're going to make the cross, go underneath, get this longer side, and put that out of the way. Okay, so now we have this. The next thing we're going to do is that with the bow. Then we're going to take this over, fold it over, fold it over. What I didn't show you before, if you notice, what we just did created a little hole. See how you can see my finger? We created a little hole in there. That hole is where we're going to put this part of the tie through. Now, like I said earlier, because we already have two fingers over here and this side is single, we want two fingers on this side and this side single. So with this part, we're going to bow it up. Get it? Bow tie, bow it up. We're going to bow it up and we're going to push it through that hole. This is the trickiest part about tying a bow tie, is getting all of this tie through the hole. Don't worry about getting it through neat. We're going to fix it later. But get that tie through that hole. Remember, it doesn't matter what happens with that stuff in the front. It's just out of the way. So as I pull it through the hole, what you will see, if I get it through there, is now on this side, I also have a tie where I can get my finger in. And on this side is the single. So when I let the front go, remember we were just moving it out of the way, the bow tie is actually tied. It is that simple, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the reason you want the fingers is because that's how you pull it tight. You adjust the small ones, pull it tight. Adjust the small ones, pull it tight. And you just keep doing this until you get it. Now it's a matter of how you like it. I personally like a fussy tie. I think bow ties should be fun and fussy. Just ask Bill Nye. Now, this is a cotton polyester blended tie. If you're using a silk tie, it's the same process. It's actually going to be easier because when you get ready to fold it to put it through that hole, it's just easier to do. And there you go. Now, some of you might be saying, well, the tie doesn't look neat. And again, I told you, I like it a little fussy. The only time you want a really tight looking tie, a very pressed tie like is a formal situation, like a late night wedding, or obviously if you were going to a formal affair where you were wearing a tuxedo. But even then, I wear mine fussy because I'm that dude. But there you go. The bow tie is tied. Then you, of course, would, unless you were in the 19th century where you would wear it like that, but we're not. So you're going to just fold your collar down, and your bow tie is dula, done. There it is. Now, the funny thing about a bow tie is if you want to make sure that you tied it correctly, the best way to find out is when you get ready to take it off. If you take your bow tie off and it does not choke you to death, you tied it correctly. If you take your bow tie off and you end up asphyxiating yourself, then you probably didn't get it right. So let's see. If I did this right, when I pull this tie either from here or from the single side over here, it should do this. Voila. And that's how you tie a bow tie. Oh yes, that was 80s music playing in the background. I don't know if it came through.